Hi folks, and welcome back to the Grumpy Gamer channel. That's it, you guessed it. This is that channel where you get to see this old git talk about modern games. So for today's in-car comments, first thing I want to discuss is it's the 8th of December. So that means the Resi 4 Remake VR mode goes live today. Now apparently it went live in the UK at 5 AM. So first thing this morning when I got down, I fired up the game and then it straight away said that it was installing an update. I've been told that's all you need to do to get the VR mode is install the update. However, I have seen other people saying, well, where's the VR mode? I can't find it. So some people are having to go through the store, apparently, go into the game on the store and then they can get it that way. I don't know. I can't comment yet because I didn't go into it this morning and actually try and play it. All I know is it's done this update. So we'll soon see when I get home whether it's there or whether I have to do the same and go through the store. So just in case you're a little bit confused, it's not where you think it should be. Have a look through the store, the game in the store and get it that way, apparently. So I'm really excited for this. As you know, I played it flat screen for about a third or halfway through, and then I stopped as soon as I knew the VR mode was coming. So I'm really looking forward to starting this game from the beginning and playing the whole thing through in VR. Supposed to be fantastic. Couple of little things I'm a little bit concerned about. I've heard that, and I've seen actually when you do a roundhouse kick, it pulls you out of first person and you see Leon or whatever in third person. And apparently when you're opening doors, apparently it comes into third person. So they're pretty immersion breaking issues, but we'll see how it affects the game. I'm going to be playing it later, and obviously after the weekend I shall give you guys my thoughts. So a little bit of bad news for you now, guys. Apparently the Vertigo 2 has been the release has been moved back from the 12th. It was meant to be coming out next week, but they said, oh, it's been delayed a few days because we found a bug. Yeah, do you believe that? I'm not sure whether I believe they found this bug. Maybe they have, but I personally think it's purely because Resi 4 VR mode has thrown a spanner right in the works. If you think about it, we've Arizona Sunshine 2, once they heard that Resi was coming out, they then said, if you pre-order, you get to play our game a couple of days earlier, because obviously that came out yesterday, the 7th. I pre-ordered and played it for a couple of days early. So they're trying to distance themselves from Resi 4 VR mode. And I think Vertigo 2 is doing the same thing the other side. I think they're pushing it back a little bit just to let everybody have a breather with Resi 4 VR, so that then they'll be ready to play Vertigo. I think the devs were worried that if Vertigo still came out on the 12th, people would still be heavily playing Resi 4 VR mode, and their game might get a little bit forgotten. So that's why I think it's been pushed back. But like I say, maybe they have found a bug right at the last minute, and whatever it is, as long as the game is great when it comes out, I don't mind if it's pushed back another week or two. I really don't mind. Even if it dropped on, say, Christmas Eve would be fantastic. But I don't know much about Vertigo 2. Everybody raves about it that's played it on PC VR. I didn't even play Vertigo 1, so I don't really know anything about it. It's supposed to be a great game. Personally, the look of it, I don't know. It looks a bit weird, but I'm definitely going to be playing it without a shadow of a doubt. Now, the last thing I want to discuss this morning, oh my God. Last night I watched the UploadVR Showcase. Now this was like, what was it, nearly 2 hours long or whatever. And all I can say, guys, is this was absolutely rubbish. It was a steaming pile of donkey dung. That's what this was. And to be honest, if people have never played VR and they watch this showcase, I think it would put them off for life. It was horrific. It was just so many games. I'd say 99% of the games were just absolute rubbish. It was like going back 6-7 years. They were awful. I mean, they were coming out on Steam and Quest mainly. That's what most of the games were. There was just under 60 games. Yeah, and I would say 59 of them were just junk. You know, they're very cutesy little games. they look more like tech demos to me, really, for someone who's just getting into VR. But if this is the future of VR, please, honestly, count me out. They looked awful. I was just not interested in anything. The only thing that perked me up a bit was seeing the Madison VR release date, which is now the 20th of February 2024. So I'm really looking forward to this one. As you know, I love my horror games, and this is supposed to be one of the scariest horror games of all time. So I am so looking forward to that. 20th of Feb, stick that one in your diary. But other than that, the rest was just awful. They had some mixed reality games. I'm not interested in mixed reality at all. I play VR to escape reality. I don't want to be playing a game where I'm constantly reminded of my own reality. Why do I want to look around my lounge? Well, I have no interest in that at all. If I want to look around my lounge, I'll play a flat screen game, surely. So yeah, mixed reality, I think it's a great sort of gimmicky system seller, but for serious VR enthusiasts, yeah, I can't see it. It's, you know, play it for 5 minutes. Oh yeah, this is quite fun. This is quite novel. And that's it. I think mixed reality in gaming, I might be wrong, but I don't think it's got much of a lifespan, to be honest with you. Yeah, for me, VR is just true VR is where it's at. This is why I haven't bought a Quest 3. My kids have a Quest 2. I didn't really like that. I found it very uncomfortable. You could see daylight straight through it. And I know people say, oh yeah, but you can get different face plates and it's much more comfortable if you buy this one or buy that one and it cuts out the light better. No. I want it to be good from the moment I buy it. Why should I have to buy extra peripherals to make it actually good? So it's a big no-no for me. And plus, if these are the caliber of games coming out on the Quest 3 and Quest in general, yeah, count me out. There's nothing there that entices me over to the Quest. There's just nothing. Yes, I would say the one thing that's of slight interest is it's got nice clarity on its graphics, but of course, standalone, the graphics aren't great at all. So I'll stick with the PSVR 2. You know, I'm worried about the PSVR 2, the state of it at the minute, you know, with the amount of games, what games there are, what AAA games there are, what AAA games are coming. You know, Resi 4 VR mode is definitely a step in the right direction again, but we do need more. You know, we've only got about 1 million units sold, apparently. Yes, I've heard it is selling faster than the PSVR 1 did at this point, but it's still only got about 1 million units, whilst MetaQuest 2, I think there's rumoured to be about 15 million headsets out there. So, of course, devs are going to lean far more to that than the PSVR 2. And I do hope that changes. I hope we don't have another PlayStation Vita on our hands where it just dies a death. But, you know, I understand it is a chicken and the egg situation. It needs more games, decent games, for then more people to jump on board. But then a lot of devs won't invest time and money into it because there's just not the player base there yet at the minute. So it is a chicken and the egg. But like I say, if Quest is, you know, let's say if the PSVR 2 dies out, what are we left with? Quest, that's about it, or the Pico, but mainly the main headset on the market is the Quest. And yeah, I'm very reluctant to move over to that side of things. Like I say, especially with this showcase. Like, if you know anybody who wants to get into VR, don't show them this showcase, because it will kill it for them. It will seriously kill it for them. Oh dear. So there you go, folks. There's my thoughts for today. Let me know in the comments if you're picking up Resi 4 VR mode. Let me know what else you're going to be playing this weekend, and let me know your thoughts if you've seen this UploadVR Showcase. What a dumpster fire that was. Anyway, folks, until next time, I shall see you guys on the other side. Adios.